Welcome everyone to On the Map, where the Life Choices team takes time out of their day to recap the trip that they've taken. Today's video I'm going to talk to you about my trip to Bali. I just want to let everyone know that when you do go to Bali, there's plenty of options of where you can stay, and you don't need to book your entire trip all at once. What I did was when I got there, I had booked 1 or 2 nights at one stay, and then I took a day to walk around and kind of venture around and see what there was, and kind of get a feel for what type of stay I wanted and where I wanted to go, because Bali has a lot of different areas along the coast that you can stay at, all the way if you go north to a place called Canggu, and then as you follow south down the coast you have Seminyak, Kuta, and then if you go further south on the coast you have Uluwatu, which is like really good for surfing. But there is beginner surf and intermediate surf all up the coast depending on the time of the year that you go. So I advise not booking your whole vacation all at once before you get there. Just book 1 or 2 nights, get familiar with the area, and then you can decide where you want to go from there. Once you do arrive in Bali and you find out where you want to stay, depending on where on the coast you are, you will find a grocery store called the Bingtang, and I suggest going there as well and buying all of your bottled water and some of the produce if you want to have like breakfast in your Airbnb or in your hotel or what have you. When going out for food, do some research. If you are going to be on a budget, I would suggest going to a restaurant called the Warung. These restaurants are local cuisine that basically has a display case that has different shelves, and you can basically point at each dish, and the server, the people working in the restaurant will have a plate and they'll ask you if you want a certain type of rice. You get a scoop of rice on it, and then you can just point at each different plate. There's like different vegetable dishes, and then you have your hot dishes, which are like your curries, your beef dishes, your chicken dishes. So when you're ordering these different dishes, when they put it on your plate, they're going to make up a price by a cork board behind them that has tags with prices. If you go just vegetarian, it'll be less money. If you add any protein to it is when the price goes up. And I do suggest just taking your own bottle of water with you there. For those of you that think that, I'm going to be safe and be healthy and just eat like the salads and whatnot, I want you to know that they're not washing their lettuce with like a bottle of Fiji water. Their sanitation is different in Bali than it is where you might come from. So keep in mind that they're washing the lettuce and whatnot in the same water that they're used to, that your body might not be used to. So I don't suggest just eating salads because you want to be healthy. I would suggest actually eating the foods that have been heated up past the 175 degrees, which means like all bacteria has been killed. That's just what I did. I ate at Warung's constantly because it's super inexpensive. For like $1, I'd have a lunch or dinner. And then of course there's multiple different restaurants. You can go high end and have like 5-star kind of gourmet chef dinners. But if you're going to be in Bali, I would suggest like going for the experience of the local cuisines. And it doesn't matter where you stay along the coast, or even if you go more into the cities, you can always find these family restaurants, the Warungs. When you're traveling in Bali, it's very important to take a few things very seriously. Before you actually venture over there, you should obviously contact your local physician and find out what kind of shots you might want to take before going there, because certain areas have certain mosquitoes and whatnot, and to like avoid like getting a serious ailment while you're down there, it's better to get all your shots done before you go. One thing that I've done, I've been to Bali 3 times, and what I normally do is I usually take Pepto-Bismol tablets, and a couple days before going there, I'll actually start eating them like before and after meals. And then when I'm actually down in Bali, because a lot of people will get what's called Bali belly, which you don't want to get, but it's okay if you do get it because it does pass. But I usually just eat a Pepto tablet before every lunch and dinner and have another one right after, and I seem to be pretty good with that. Another very important thing is always when you get there, buy bottled water, have in your Airbnb, your homestay, your hotel, and definitely like brush your teeth with your bottled water, not the tap water, okay? Because then you definitely will get probably some kind of ailment. And a very important fact, do not take any drugs off of anybody that's offering to sell you drugs on the street. Drugs are illegal in Bali, and usually what happens is someone will whisper in your ear if you want something, And if you go ahead and try to do that, then the police officer across the street is going to come over to you and arrest you or ask for a bribe. And it's just a situation you don't want to get involved in when you're really down there to see the beautiful sunsets, the gorgeous temples, and just have a completely relaxing vacation. A few more suggestions on things to do while you're in Bali that are extremely fun and also very relaxing is, while you're at the beach, you can definitely get a massage on the beach for very, very cheap, like a couple dollars. I would suggest definitely looking into going to Ubud, which is more inland. There's no beach obviously, but there's loads of spas to go to. There's the monkey forest that you can visit, and for all you moviegoers, whoever's seen Eat, Pray, Love, you can even suss out where Kutat Lear's place is and go get a palm reading from him. It's quite interesting. You can find out that information in my book, Meet Me Where I Met You. And other places that you might want to go is you can do a day trip to all the different temples. If you have an Airbnb or what's called a homestay there, you can usually talk to your host and they will have a relative or a friend that has a van transport system, and you can hire them for the day for, again, very, very inexpensive amount of money, and they will take you to all of the different temples and waterfalls, and you'll get some really amazing photographs and videos of what the nature and beauty is there. While visiting Bali, there's a lot of options of activities that you can do during the day as well. If you want to be at the beach, which is pretty much what I did every day, you can either just rent a surfboard for, like, honestly probably about $10 for the whole day and just go in the water yourself, or you can hire a local to teach you how to surf. There's surf camps that you can actually sign up to, or even stay in Uluwatu at some of the surf camps. If you want a bit more of like a higher end kind of atmosphere, I would stay up north along the coast in a place called Canggu. And then if you want the more surfer vibe, I'd go south to Uluwatu. Now, if you want to do something really fun and kind of up my alley, which is food, there's a multiple of different people that offer learning how to cook while on vacation. And to learn the Balinese food is, for me, absolutely amazing, because you get to learn the actual culture and you actually learn the authenticity of their food. So needless to say, Bali is one of my favorite places in the world, and I had so much fun there, and I have so much more information that I could give you if you're interested and you'd like to send us an email at Life Choices. You can just scroll down below and just get the information and send us a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You're gonna see some of the most amazing sunsets that I've ever seen in my entire life in Bali. You're gonna have a relaxing time. It's a beautiful country to go to. This is just a short recap video of the things I did and the things I saw while I was there. Please contact us if you have any questions at all. Don't forget to scroll down and hit subscribe so you can watch our following and our future trip guides here on Life Choices. And I look forward to sharing all of our adventures with you from all of us here at Life Choices. We'll see you next time.